Hey Pulse family, got some exciting news for you, but first I want to tell you how we kind of got started if you've never heard this story. The story about our house and just how this whole thing really started rolling. So about 8 years ago, I had moved out here from Texas to Colorado Springs to go to a Bible school, and didn't really think ministry was the thing, didn't really think, I guess I didn't really know anything, what I was going to do or how it was all going to shape out. And I went to a bunch of different churches, just the ones that my friends went to, and then about the third or fourth week that I was out here, I was sitting in a class, and the guy on stage was a man named Dan Funkhauser, and the Lord spoke to me and said, go to his church. And within about 2 months, I really felt like the Lord said that I was going to serve him and be a part of his ministry. One day after church, I walked up to him and just said, hey man, what do you want me to do? Is there anything else that needs to be done? And he said, what do you want to do? And I told him, I feel like I'm supposed to serve you and whatever your vision is. And so that's how we started Pulse. And it was originally a youth group. It was not very good. I was not a very good youth pastor. I think in a year we grew from 0 to 7 people maybe. And it really didn't materialize. But Pulse had always been in this really strange place because I didn't feel called to start a church. I felt called to serve a man, and Pulse came out of that. I would probably say for about the past year and a half is when we've been actually operating as a church and having a service on Saturday nights. And this entire time, my spiritual dad, Dan, and his wife, Penny, have been more than amazing, believing in me and just kind of, helping us along in any way that they could. And about 3 weeks ago, Dan sat down with me and he said, so I've got a plan for you. And I said, okay. And he smiled really big and he said that he had went and prayed with one of his friends and said, look, I don't know what to do with Justin. His friend told him, I feel like Justin is this big plant that you've got in a little pot and you need to put him into a place that he can grow. So Dan said, so what we're going to do is we're going to find you your own building. We're going to kick you out of the nest and you're going to go and grow. Honestly, I just felt excited. I felt peace. I talked with my wife and talked to our team and stuff, and everything felt good. But at the same time, where do you go from there? Now, there's either sink or swim. And so what are we going to do? And we had a lady call us who started a cafe and ministry center several years ago, and has rented the space out to a bunch of different places. And we had the choice to either rent the building out for one night a week and just kind of go in and do our service and leave, or assume the entire building, come in and make it our home. And when we prayed about it and talked to several of our mentors and people that kind of watch over us, they all agreed that was the way to go. And so we came back and we told the lady, hey, we're in. So we are assuming this building in its entirety. We're going to go in. There's a ton of different things we have to do. But that's kind of the story. That's kind of where we're at. So we are looking to be moved in probably around the beginning of August. And Catherine has all of the fun details to tell you.
So to break down what Justin said, basically there's a lady and her husband that are incredible ministers, have been in the city for a really long time, and they had a huge vision for this building. The way the building is set up is that there's multiple different churches, leaders, ministries, counselors, you name it, all that kind of share the space and just have different functions and things on different nights. So when he says we're going to come in and kind of take over a little bit, all that is to say the lady and her husband are just going to kind of scale back a little bit and take a break, and we're going to come in and just manage all the different tenants and make sure that just the whole building is being used all throughout the week and that kind of thing. Everybody knows what they're doing when. And so we'll still be having a Saturday night service, and we're really excited. We already have a vision. I can't wait to get to know all the other ministers there and just see what they're kind of thinking, but a vision to go in and kind of make some updates and some changes and bring a little young life to the mix. And then one of the coolest parts is there is a full-on cafe part of the building. And Pulse has been trying to build a cafe at our current location for a year, and it just has not happened. So we got to this new building, There's already a full-fledged cafe set up. We're gonna bring in our espresso machine. The vision for that part was to literally have it like an outreach for the city. And so we are so excited to like have it running as a business, have a business plan and everything drawn up, to have it a space for anyone in the city, Christian, not whoever, wants to come hang out at a coffee shop and just have a really awesome time. So this is like a huge financial step for Pulse. Pulse is incredible. Like Justin was saying, for like the past year and a half or so, we've just been growing. More and more kids have been coming, families, the whole dynamics have really shifted. We started a Connect class, have a whole team of like 40 to 50 volunteers, and knew that something was coming. We didn't know what. Justin and I were in business school this whole last year at Charis Bible College, and just really feel like now is the time to like step out and expand. Like Justin said, he literally had a word from God to serve a man, and Pulse is just the fruit of just him honoring somebody and following a word from God. And so we're really excited, and we just want you to be a part of it, whether you're here and Pulse is your church, whether you come once a month, whether you come once a year, whether you listen to the podcast. Shout out to all the people that listen to our podcast, or from back home or anywhere we're from or whatever. We just want you to be a part of it. And so we would love your prayers for sure. And on our website, if you go to pulse-colorado.com, on the home page, if you just scroll down a little bit, there's a way that you can sign up to receive a newsletter. We're not going to bombard you. No one likes getting a lot of emails, but we are going to just let people know what's going on, what our next step is, when our first service is, and all through the year of our first launch, just what's going on and what God is doing. So sign up for the email reminder, and then as well on the website, if you really have a heart just beyond prayer and that kind of thing and keeping up to just be with us and be a part of this journey, and you want to give financially or any kind of thing, there's a lot of needs that we'll have. This is a huge step for us financially, but we're excited and we know God's going to provide. So there's actually a give tab at the top right corner of our website, and so you can just get on there and give. It's a really secure donation site through PushPay, and all donations are tax deductible. You can even get out your phone and text the word PULSE to 77977 and give right now from where you're at. And so if you want to be a part in that way, we would love just your support and are excited, and really just want to be able to, every dream that God's put in our heart for this place, just to be able to do it with excellence and no limits. So we appreciate your just partnership and are so excited to keep you posted because it's going to be awesome.
So we love you guys. We're excited for this next journey, and we're excited that you're there with us. We're pumped that you get to be a part of this next adventure that God's had our house and our family on, and I love y'all. We'll see you soon.